My name is Jewel Abram-Copenhaver.
My name is Mark Abram-Copenhaver, and here are 42 things that have kept us married for 42 years.
Number 1, his kindness.
Number 2, her pretty face.
Number 3, his hugs.
Number 4, her hair.
Number 5, his intelligence.
6, her entrepreneurial spirit.
7, his creativity.
8, her bravery.
9, his patience.
10, our first kiss.
But our relationship didn't start then, did it? Number 10, soulmates. I started on a Sunday morning. I was actually sitting in church and I turned around to see the people coming in and I saw this skinny, energetic, nerdy kind of guy. And I had a premonition. I'm going to marry him someday.
Number 11, singing together. Then came choir rehearsals, and Jewel sat in front of me in choir, and I did like her hair, and so I used her pin curls to store my pencil. True story.
And then later came the first kiss. You were pretending to be Santa Claus.
What do you want for Christmas, little girl?
I want Margie for Christmas.
It was the end of the fall semester, and I leaned in to give a kiss, and I decided I would not be the first one to break the kiss. And so, the rest is history.
Number 13, dreaming about the future together.
And making it happen together.
Being able to work together through challenges like number 15, where to put the sofa.
Or 16, what do we expand the business? Or 17, money. Earning it,
saving,
spending,
sharing. 18, to move or not to move.
Number 19, how to support our children.
And 20, how to write this speech for the Ripple concert.
Being each other's best friends means, number 21, enjoying many of the same things. Here's just 10 of them.
Sitting on the beach.
Thai food, Italian food, Mediterranean food, yes, food.
Billy Joel, Simon and Garfunkel, Elton John, even though you don't know the words.
Onions.
No, mushrooms.
No. Musical theater.
Making theater.
Making music.
Our children.
Nico! Our grandson. And being best friends means, number 31, we allow each other to have some things that maybe not be our thing.
Like ordering onions and picking them all off and giving them to him.
Or ordering mushrooms and picking them up, giving them to her.
Watching action movies because he likes them.
Going to a Yanni concert with her.
Letting the hot tub be hotter than I like it because he likes it hot.
Taking a walk or playing a game in the evening because she likes to keep busy in the evening.
Number 37, best friends like to spend time together. We like to
work together, vacation together,
cook together, camp together.
vote together, talk together.
One of our friends put it this way.
He said, whenever you ask one of them for help, you always get 2 for the price of 1. Number 38, growing old together and loving each other even more every day.
Number 39, sharing the same values. Keep your family close, be trustworthy, respectful, filled with integrity, and give what you can.
For them to whom much is given, of them shall much be expected. And much has been given to us.
Sorry, I have to wait to my grandson. We have shared our home with many people over the years.
Sometimes for a short time, sometimes for years.
We estimated that someone, not counting our kids, has lived with us for 35 years of our life as a married couple.
And lots of things can happen when people live with you for that long. Some are joyful, and some not so much.
Your car gets crashed.
A young man finds mace in a purse and sprays it on himself because he wanted to see what it was like.
True story. Someone moves in with you from your old house to your new house, and they've already been with you for about a half a year, and you never see the front room of your new house until he finally moves out a year later.
Someone who is struggling to get on her feet goes on to live an independent life, and you get to be part of that success. Number 40, we have faith in each other and faith in something bigger. Jewel wanted to start an art studio for kids. I was unsure about a big move like this because I'm not the entrepreneurial one in our family.
So we started small, and Mark supported me all the way. We grew year to year.
I left my job in the theater in order to join the Sweet Art Studio full-time.
We ran that business for 10 years in the black. We even bought our first home. It started on faith.
Then I wanted to make a transition into college teaching. So I went for an interview at St. Mary's College, where a colleague of mine from graduate school was on the faculty.
So we thought he was just going to practice interviewing and visit his old friend.
I called Jewel when I was there and I said, I think they like me. How would you feel about moving to South Bend?
Whoa, that wasn't great news. I mean, where the heck was South Bend anyway? We had a rich life in Pennsylvania, and I told Mark, well, if God calls you to South Bend, then we'll move.
And I really did feel that God was calling us to make that move and that we needed to do this as a family. And I told Jewel this.
And then he got the job. So we sold the studio, and Tori Brent and I followed Mark to South Bend, Indiana on faith.
Number 41, things that you must always remember. She is the most important person in the world to me. So when she is pointing out a weakness in the show that I am directing, or suggesting that we add one more event to our calendar, or is upset with me because of something that I did wrong that I'm pretty sure that I did not do wrong, but that she thinks that I did do wrong, and that I might have done wrong, even though I don't want it to be wrong. I know that what I have to remember is that the crazy person talking to me is the most important person in the world, and that I chose her because she is the most important person in the world, and that I have to keep that in mind as I consider what I do next.
He is the most important person in the world to me. So when he is being overly practical and realistic, or is making his point like he's the only right point, or is frustrated with me because I'm not ready yet, or I want to keep talking to the person that I'm talking to, or we're on vacation and I want to do something every single day, or when he's talking to me but I think he's yelling at me because his voice is so loud. And I know he's not really yelling at me, but I think he's kind of yelling at me, even though he doesn't really yell all the time. And he's usually not mad at me. I still think he's really mad at me. And I have to remember that he is the most important person in the world, and I chose him. He is the most important person in the world. So, I need to keep in mind, don't take things personal. Listen to the words, not the ball. Number 42, another very important thing to remember is, honey, I love it. I wouldn't change a thing.
When I get done with a project, I would ask, honey, what do you think?
And I would say, well, it's very nice, but are you going to finish that? And what about this part? And are you really going to keep it that color? And what about...
And this would make me not so happy.
And I would say, well, what do you want me to say?
And so I told her. And now she knows that when I say, honey, what do you think? She says,
honey, I love it. I wouldn't change a thing.
And that is the secret to having a happy and long marriage.
And as the years go by, hold on to the joy and the blessings. Acknowledge them and say to each other,
Honey, I love it. I wouldn't change a thing.